You walk into the kitchen with total purpose. And the moment you cross the doorway, nothing. You stand there, hand on the counter, staring at a room that suddenly owes you an explanation. The thought didn't fade. It didn't slip away slowly. It vanished. Completely, instantly, like someone reached into your head and took it. And here's what makes it strange. You're not old. Your memory works fine. You can still recall a phone number from 20 years ago, but you cannot recall what you wanted 15 seconds ago. Tonight I'm going to show you something genuinely unsettling. This is not a glitch. Your brain deleted that thought on purpose. There is a hidden system in your head that has been quietly erasing pieces of your day, every day, your entire life. And the trigger, the thing that pulls the delete switch, is a door. Scientists suspected doors for years, so they built a test. Researchers created virtual rooms and gave people one simple job: pick up an object, carry it to another table, and set it down. Sometimes the table was across the same room. Sometimes it was exactly the same distance away, but through a doorway. Then, mid-walk, the screen would ask, "What are you carrying?" Same distance, same object, same few seconds. But the people who had walked through a doorway were suddenly worse at remembering. Significantly worse. The walk didn't erase the memory, the doorway did. They ran it again in real rooms, with real objects hidden in boxes. Same result. They even sent people back into the first room, expecting the memory to return. It didn't fully come back. Something about crossing that threshold had closed a file. To understand why, you need to see how your brain writes your life. Your life feels like one continuous stream. It isn't. Your brain cannot store a stream. That would be like recording every second of security footage forever. So it does something far more clever. It cuts your day into chapters. Scientists call them events. Breakfast, the drive, the meeting. Each one gets its own file. And while a chapter is open, your brain keeps a working desk for it. Everything relevant stays out and ready. Where you put the pen down, what you are about to do next. But a desk has limits. When a new chapter begins, the desk must be cleared to make room. And what is the clearest possible signal that one scene has ended and another has begun? Walking through a doorway. A doorway is a chapter break. Cross it, and your brain closes the old file and sweeps the desk clean. And your reason for coming was sitting on the desk. So why would a healthy brain throw information away? Because memory is expensive. Every detail you keep active costs attention, and attention is the most limited resource you have. Your brain runs on predictions. In this room, expect these objects, these actions, these risks. The moment you enter a new space, the old room's predictions become mostly useless. Keeping them loaded would be like navigating this street using the previous street's map. So the system purges, not your whole memory, just the working desk. Old context out, new context in, all in under a second. And it is brutally efficient. For most of human history, this was exactly right. A new space meant new things to check. Footing, exits, weather, food. A forgotten intention was a tiny price for instant, total focus. The delete is not damage, it's housekeeping. But here is where it gets strange. Your brain doesn't even need a real door to do it. A doorway is just a boundary, and boundaries can be invisible. You end a phone call, and the thing you meant to say next is gone. You close one tab, open another, and sit there wondering why you opened it. You switch apps to type a message, and the message evaporates while the keyboard waits. Every switch is a doorway without walls. Your brain treats any strong change of context as a scene cut and clears the desk just the same. It's why you take out your phone to check the weather, end up scrolling, and put it away with the weather never checked. Somewhere between the unlock and the feed, you crossed 3 invisible doorways. Modern life is a corridor of invisible doors, hundreds of crossings a day, each one quietly flushing your short-term intentions. Your grandparents crossed a doorway a few dozen times a day. You cross one every few minutes. No wonder the plot keeps slipping. But the lost thought is not destroyed, and that changes everything. Here's the twist. The deleted thought still exists. The doorway didn't shred the file, it archived it, tagged to the room where it was born. Memory is context-dependent. What you learn in one setting comes back easiest in that same setting. In one famous experiment, divers memorized lists of words, some on dry land, some underwater. Later, the words learned underwater were recalled far better. Underwater. The setting itself had become part of the memory. And that is why the oldest advice actually works. Walk back. Return to the room where the thought was born. Stand where you stood. Watch it surface, sometimes instantly, sometimes all at once, complete, like a file snapping open. Your keys, your intention, your half-formed plan, they are filed under that room, that light, that corner. The room still holds your reason, you just have to visit it. Which raises the real question, can you beat the doorway before it robs you? Yes, and the tricks take seconds. Trick 1. Say it out loud. Scissors. 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 Speaking recruits extra systems. Your voice, your hearing, and a thought held in 3 places survives a desk clearing far better than a thought held in 1. Trick 2. Give your hands the job. Carrying the empty cup to the kitchen, then the cup itself is the reminder. Your grip carries the intention through any doorway. Trick 3. Make the why vivid before you move. Don't just think charger. Picture the dead phone, feel that small jolt of urgency. Vivid intentions get priority seating, and the purge spares them. Trick 4. If the thought is already gone, don't stand there interrogating the kitchen. Walk back through the same door, along the same path. You are not retracing steps, you are reopening a file. And when it surfaces, notice how it arrives, all at once, complete. The file was never gone, you just needed the right key. So here is the final thing, the part nobody tells you. Those chapter breaks that keep stealing your scissors, they are also the reason you can remember your life at all. Without boundaries, yesterday would be a smear, one endless, unlabeled recording. Because your brain cuts and files and titles, you can jump straight to the morning of the exam, or that dinner last winter, and find it waiting. The cost is a lost intention now and then. The prize is a searchable life. Your forgetting is not your mind failing, it is the sound of a filing system so fast and so relentless that once in a while it files a thought before you finished using it. So tonight, run the experiment. Pick something up, carry it through 2 doorways, and feel the rooms tug at your thoughts. Then come back and tell me in the comments, what has a doorway stolen from you this week? I read every single one. Stay curious, see you in the next one.